The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Winslow, and he's got his man on the out route. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Right back to him on 1st down. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Go. Mike one.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Winslow. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Check 26.
Operating from the gun, Winslow. It's complete. He finds Falk here. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, Winslow. And he will find his man on the outside. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
A four-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8.
Hey, here we go. So Mike's number one. Watch the curl. Slam.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Winslow under pressure again, and down he goes again.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. This is fielded inside the 5. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. Watch that in. Tight end's right. Hey, any weapon.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
You draw corkers. Go.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Ready, set.
They're going to look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
It's a game of 6. And it's 3rd
61, matchbox right. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. 6-6, bullet high. Hey, Delta. Yo, go.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
On 1st down, Winslow. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. Patch it. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch one. Come on, boy. You better be ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, orbit. Hey, echo. Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one caught by Coates.
Let's go, baby.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Single slot. Here we go. I got eight. Watch tight end. Tight right. Check. Crunch. X3. 218. Chopper. Hey, exit. General West. 5.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hey, Haywood. On the book to go.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
So nice number one. Hey. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check it out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
I'm going to hit you all.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Winslow. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Pats at the line ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Second and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Bravo! Five!
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Watch one. I'm not ready. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Mike one. It's a party now.
To throw on 2nd down. Winslow. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
To throw on 3rd down, Winslow. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They'll run on first down. McCann. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Let's go.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw on second down. Winslow. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Let's get off the field. Here we go. Here we go. When's the mic? Watch 1. Watch 1. I got you. I got you, son. I got you.
Operating from the gun. Winslow. Wide open receiver complete.
Here we go. Here we go.
That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Hustle. Here we go. Here we go. When's the mic? Watch 1. Watch 1. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
To throw on second down. Winslow. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Come on, 36.
They run the counter. McCann. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Watch 1. I got 1.
Now a give right side. McCann. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Check 31, check 31. Get him on. West. Off.
From the gun, Winslow. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Intended for number 15. Incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On 4th down, Brian Flores going to call on the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Offensively, pretty good execution. Long drive, chews up the remainder of the first half clock, and they finish it off with 3 points.
And what's the best byproduct of the whole thing besides the fact that they got points on the board? They didn't leave the other team any time to mount a drive themselves.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Alpha.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the Dolphins rush, gets home, down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
You're out. Shoot.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 34, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 23-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch one. Watch one. I got you.
2nd and 4. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Winslow. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
On 3rd down, McCann. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The extra point up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10.
Now! Look at me, zipper! Stay at home, stay at home. Ready, ready?
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He finds McCoy. 23 yards, the final tally. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey, Charlie! Stand! Hey! High 7! Let go!
He'll look to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe.
61, matchbox lights. Go! Go get it! Go get it! Now!
They'll set up a throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Here we go. Here we go. One's the mic. Watch one. Safe. Quick dash. Come.
Off play action. Winslow under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Brilliant. Here we go. One's the mic. Watch one.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Winslow. And he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Patriots take over. Elsewhere, second half is underway up in Orchard Park. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Patriots.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, we got four down. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Check three.
Throwing on first down. Winslow. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 23. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, fourth quarter.
Hey, echo. Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 34.
Hey, exit. Switch. Look at me. Score. Leo. Hard. Hustle. Deep trip.
He'll drop to throw. There goes a deep ball. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And they'll get him down up past the 15. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Watch the run. Hey, watch it. He's checking. Crash. Take four. Hey, alert 3.
On 1st and 10, Winslow. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. And obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, Winslow. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
We got 4. Hey, Haywood! Look, squeeze!
Here's a 2nd and 7. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll keep it on the ground. McCann, and he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They run the counter. McCann, and they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He's been terrific so far. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Switch on. Check 26. Hey, zoom. Yeah, go.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Bravo! Whip. Watch the whip. Now.
2nd and 10. It's caught. This is White. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing
They
to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
On first down, McCann. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
On 3rd down, McCann. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Miami, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.